Alright guys, I'm going to show you how to set up a live event within YouTube for anybody that's using the YouTube Live web streaming service. So first thing is you need to go to www.youtube.com, sign in, and obviously whoever you're streaming for, whatever client it is, you're going to need to have their information to sign in for. So for instance, I'm going to get their information that I'm going to be streaming with all season long or all series long. Make sure you get all their info for their email. And this is the email that's associated with their live stream. So now I'm into their channel, and I'm going to go up to the top right here to their thumbnail, and I'm going to choose Video Manager. Once I get to that point, navigate all the way over to the left-hand side, and you're going to see an area called Live Events. Press Live Events, and this will show you everything that you have done in the past that's coming up, and you can see here there's 14 events that have been scheduled for 14 different games. You can also click here, and the area that shows right now is upcoming, and then any games that you have already streamed would be under the completed area. If I click that, you'll see that I haven't completed any because we haven't streamed for them yet. And then also live now, those would be games that would be shown. That's if a game is streaming currently under this channel. You can see that. I'm just going to go back to the upcoming though. So we created all of them in advance, so that's nice. So let's just show you how we created these, and this would be used. You could use this for for a test or something. Whenever you decide to do a test on the venue or the day of, don't test on a current game. Always set up a new event. So just put a title in. Choose when you want to do it. For instance, if the game starts at 4, I usually like to try to put it in 10 minutes prior, and you can actually edit it just by clicking in and arrowing over. So I'm going to put like 3:50. You can put an end time, but they don't require you to, so I usually don't. And then over here to this area, there's an area that's called public, unlisted, or private. Obviously, in the case of you doing a test, I usually like to put it under unlisted or private so that nobody can see that we're running a test. If it's actually for an event or something, I always leave it as public, obviously. So people can find the stream and navigate to it. Make sure down here in the type area that it's custom, because if you do a quick, that's gonna default to using a Google Plus Hangout to do your broadcast or your stream, and that's obviously not what you want to do. So once you have all that, go ahead and press Create Event. Next area is it's going to tell you if you want to put a thumbnail, which if your client has some custom thumbnails built image-wise, go ahead and browse to the folder where it's at and then load it. From here, you want to choose what bit rate you plan to use during that event. So if you're potentially doing an HD, you obviously want to do 720p or 1080p if possible. Once you're in the middle of the game or broadcast, you can't change this. So you really need to decide ahead of time what you plan to do and that it's actually going to work for you. In this case, we're doing all these games in 720p. So once that's in, the next area is selecting your encoder. So if you're planning to stream with Wirecast or Flash Media, choose those. If you're planning to use a TriCaster or any other device that you can actually manually put in the RTMP server information, that's going to be under other encoders. For this case, we're streaming with this client in Wirecast, and that's important because once I show you the next tutorial, in Wirecast specifically, it's gonna relay back to each other that you've created this game and you can choose it within your preset. It makes it really easy. So I've chosen Wirecast in the encoder, and then I'm going to press Save Changes. If you just press the arrow back key here, this will take you back to your event manager, and you'll see right there that I've created the test. Okay, so from there, I'm just going to keep it in this area, And I'm going to actually come back to this when I'm getting ready to start streaming, because you've actually got to go into this live control room in order to actually start the stream for people to be able to see.